Hello, and welcome, my Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to our 8-card draw. What do we need shadow read for this full moon to new moon in July 2023? I am your reader, Pisces Moon, Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Jarring the Circle Productions since 1998, 25 years in service, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It's available on Kindle. The Kindle version obviously is available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box, and if you click it, you can preview the first chunk of it for free, and you'll see the table of contents is broken into chakra chapters, give or take, and there are chakras in this read if you're new, so it might be helpful. But the original version, not the Kindle version, the original Fellini fest of color and style, that's over on Patreon. Some of my subscribers have access to the original PDF that we made before we did the Kindle version, where we had to pare it down a bit. But all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common if you're interested. Number 1, they get the daily check-ins, an unlisted YouTube live stream link. I send them every morning, pretty much, give or take, chatting about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, blessing, something to send us on our way. Just essential way to start my day. And I really love my Patreon. The other thing they get is all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s, all of the extendeds, past, present, and future. They're all timeless. They're all pretty much relationship-based, soul contracts and all of that. So they get that, as well as they get an extensive discount on private sessions with me, live, recorded, in person, on Zoom, whatever. But we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Otherwise, oh yeah, we got 2 7-day free trials going. Our first 2 tiers, levels of subscription, Seeker and Human. So if you want to check us out for a week without pay, you certainly can. You get the dailies and the extendeds, but the extensive discount we're saving for subscribers, because that just makes sense. So check it out. I love Patreon. It's my favorite thing ever. It's such a wonderful outlet for a mystical artist and witch like myself to do what I do best. So check it out. Click the link. Come Patreon on Patreon. Say it with me, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Bam! Hey, my fishy family. Mer. Pisces Moon that I am. Let's do some explanation for the new fishy family and their cross-watchers, and then we will get down to the divination. So here's the tea. An 8-card draw is 1 card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about absolutely anything. We are fine-tuning it to a 2-week period, a full to new in July 2023. That's the waning part, the letting go, the releasing. I prefer this, the language of spiritual alchemy, removing, transforming, releasing the 3 atoms in between lead, which is toxic, and gold, which is healing. Those 3 atoms on the periodic table, right? So when the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desires seek. The 5-card draws I do, different series. Some of the cards are the same though. Plant a seed, watch it grow. That's great. This is the releasing. So enjoy the full moon. 3 days in, 3 days out. When the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. Cast your brains out. Cast your heart out. And then the shadow work usually kicks in at some point, certainly culminating at the 3 days before the new moon, the dark moon, particularly if you're a Pisces moon. I keep an eye on that always, so that we can release and let go, transform and surrender that which no longer serves, so that we have a clear field of play come the new moon. Let's look at this, shall we? Full moon on Monday, full moon in Capricorn on Monday, July 3rd, 7:39 a.m. I am in New York. Now, if you have, a holiday weekend, a lot of us do, I'm working, I will be up at that time anyway, and I'm going to do the stuff from my 5-card draws. I've been doing them a little bit every day. I'm going to give it one last push that morning with a cup of coffee, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn rules coffee beans. Work, right? Perfect way to kick off the day. Oh, I'm gonna say the daily check-in on that one should be fun. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that. 2 weeks later, we have the releasing, the letting go, the surrendering, the alchemy, to the new moon in Cancer, and it is a new moon on Monday. You're welcome. July 17th at 2:32 p.m. This is the last time I have to say this. And 2:32 p.m. Eastern. I mean, I would light a torch and wave it for the new moon on Monday, but it's daylight. It's not as effective. And again, Cancer on a Monday, Cancer moon, moon day, Monday. Cancer ruled by the moon. Cup of coffee. Absolutely potion magic. So I'm beginning and ending this. Well, I make really good coffee. I'm a potion witch. I would. In between those two dates, just of note, Mars goes into Virgo, the opposite sign of Pisces, on the 10th of July, just to take note of it, right? It's definitely our opposite sign. Mercury goes into Leo the next day on the 11th, which is fixed fire to mutable water. Might not be that big of a deal, but if you have those planets in play, those signs in those planets, you might want to be aware. And, you know, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. I was asked online, like, well, how do I know Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, which one to focus on? It's like, for me, my Virgo sun is totally usually about career and work and vocation and that kind of stuff as a Virgo. I'm a Virgo sun. My Leo rising, it's just like, whatever. It's usually very, very general, but, you know, like, make it look good. My Venus in Libra is almost always about relationships, love relationships in some way, shape, or form, but my Pisces moon is almost always about my spirituality, my mysticism, and all that stuff. You get the gig, right? So I think that's enough. Oh, right. Cross watchers, you have the opportunity to get some insight, some understanding, some sympathy, some empathy for the Pisces you are cross watching for, but there's an affirmation available. There's some mantras involved. There's all sorts of stuff that you could use in your spiritual prayer or practice, or just having the understanding and helping the Pisces collective, not just the one you're looking for, the entire Pisces collective, including me as a Pisces moon, because that's how unity works. Pisces have a deep feeling of that, but we may not get that up here right away. It does take some time. So, I guess that's about enough. That's about enough explanation out of me. Let's shift to the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the best that I can to help anybody. Shift to a more golden timeline. Shadow light led to gold, paint to peace, because take all of us with us. There's an infinite number of quantum timelines. We might as well go for the gold. It was a little lame. Shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Here we go. Pantheonic override. Okay, using the Caroline Mace archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Pisces collective, us Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. Beloved divine ones, what is the dominant archetype hovering over our heads, us and our cross watchers, Pisces collective and our cross watchers, in the 8th chakra, the dominant archetype indicating the shadow work, the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, which will affect every other chakra underneath it, shifting what we attract and what we repel. So we have the choice to no longer delay what cannot be prevented. To do the shadow work this full to new July 2023. The Prince. Love sexy. Okay, I have the Prince archetype. You can have an archetype of reason, season, or lifetime. I have it lifetime. I'm a prince in my biological family. If you pull back and look at my family, go, oh, yeah, you're the third prince. Yeah, I'm the third prince. Lots of narrative dictate on that one. Archetypal power. It's a masculine family archetype. Has nothing to do with biological gender whatsoever, right? Because you say to someone, oh, that person, they're such a prince. Or you say, oh, that person's such a princess, right? You feel the difference of that. Such a prince. Oh, purple rain. The shadow attribute written on the card represents the lead, the light attribute, the gold, and I'm very familiar with both sides of this spectrum. The shadow attribute, using power for self-aggrandizement. Did I mention I'm Leo rising? Yeah, no, big time, absolutely. Yeah, you should have seen me in the 80s. Fucking unstoppable. Yeah, so it's puffing up your chest, right? It's stupid, actually. But the light attribute, romantic charm and potential for power. Have we met? You know, romantic charm is a tricky, tricky thing, but it is that idea of Prince. So yeah, it is Prince Charming. But the way my contract is written, so much it works on women, and I'm a gay male, so womp womp, right? Interesting thing, right? But I've got clear boundaries on that. So, but the potential for power, right? A prince is someone who's in charge of a principality within a larger what? Kingdom, queendom, call it what you want. So masculine energy, yang dynamic. Let's keep going. Let's see what that's about. The Daughters of the Moon Tarot, one of these will represent the next 4 chakras, the heart, third eye, crown, the internal, the feminine energy, the goddess energy. Oh, just please take a nice deep breath. Let's have fun if we can with the shadow read, right? Still point. Oh my goddesses of ride. As I call upon my beloved goddesses of water, the sign of Pisces, and the powers of the West, please, beloved goddesses of mutable water, one card in clarity for us Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Our crosswatchers, our beloved crosswatchers who are watching this video, drawn to this reading. Please, beloved ones, what do we need to be aware of? Internal, heart, third eye, crown, alchemize the prince from shadow, light, lead to gold, paint to peace, this full, 2 new. Ooh! 2 of flames, 2 of wands, mahueha. Juggling fire definitely feels throat chakra, because that's willpower, spit, swallow, or chew, choices and decisions. Okay, so the spark is there of the ace. It has now found itself here. Now, maybe place this in other chakras, perhaps, but certainly it does feel like juggling fire. Okay, now I know what I want. Do I do it this way? Or do I want to do it this way, right? I mean, probably not life-changing, but probably not as simple as, oh, I think I'll have a cup of coffee now instead of later, right? You know, it's not feeling like that, but it's not major arcana either. So definitely a choice. That can be indecision. It can be feeling both ways about it, or, I mean, in an extreme sense, it's wanting 2 different things that are in opposite directions, which, happens just as likely as anything else. But it doesn't feel life-changing. It feels like chew on it, right? Don't spit it out, make the choice just yet. Don't swallow it, no, deal with it. Chew on it for a bit. So let's look at the lower 3 chakras, the physical world stuff, relationships in the physical world, you looking at yourself from the outside, you know, looking at yourself, you from the inside looking out at people, places, and things, depending on the chakra, relationships in the physical world, including your relationship to yourself in the physical world, which has a lot to do with honor code and loyalties and, you know, who you want to be. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My gods, please override. As I call upon my beloved gods of water, the sign of Pisces, powers of the West, please, beloved gods of mutable water, one card in clarity, mythic tarot, masculine energy, lower 3 chakra dynamic, what do us Pisces collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and our crosswatchers need to be aware of inside, out, outside, and lower 3 chakras to alchemize the prince archetype, particularly because it's the masculine energy archetype. We need to be aware to do this shadow, light, paint to peace, toxic to healthy, this full to moon, the death card. When it's a major arcana card, when I do a draw like this, it's usually all 3 chakras simultaneously. And honestly, let's talk about this. The death card so very rarely means physical death, but certainly in the physical world it could be that, and that's one way that princes become kings, is through inheritance. They can also do it through conquest, obviously. Different than a knight, a knight. But this is Lord Hades in the mythic tarot. He's wonderful. He's not a murderer. He's the ender of pain, right? And no one avoids him. All that rises falls in this world. He's the lord of the underworld and the wealthiest god. And also the overseer of Tartarus, which is different than the underworld. I'm just going to tell you. The palace is lovely this time of year, I have to say, in the Elysian Fields. I mean, talk about a vacation spot between lives. So there is a transformation going on here. Now, if this is looking from the outside in at ourselves, we can say, yeah, well, we're always going through some kind of transformation. More than likely, there is a situation in your life, a stage that you are in right now, over a 2-week period or so, of transformation. Death is not the end, and I just don't mean in some kind of life after death. I mean in the cycle of the tarot. It's the 13th card, not the last card. Often more about rising from ashes with this 2 of flames. That is a possible choice here. Than going to. Let's keep going. We switched out one deck, the Blessed Bee by Lucy Cavendish. Gave her a break. She was last card down. Replaced it with the Chakra Reading Cards by Rachel Sharman, Rockpool Publishing, as our 4th card down, to give a little extra clue, tip, and hint. Because we have chakras on the table, which one to kind of tune to, maybe focus in on. Though I use the 8 chakra system from Anatomy of the Spirit, Caroline Mace, MYSS, she's a PhD. This does the 9 chakra system because it includes the Earth Star chakra under the surface of the Earth, I guess, the planet, whatever you want to call it. Shall we? Higher selves of all involved. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Higher selves override. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your clue, your tip, your hint, and which chakra to perhaps focus upon for the us Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video, drawn to this reading, to alchemize the prince from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, this full to new. Communication. Neat. I'm going to think throat chakra, right? Throat chakra for sure. One would think communication. I mean, that color blue. How could it not be? But it's also got, if you look, it's got like telepathy too. It's like feels very third eye, but we'll see. Card number 21, communication. Okay. No, too far. Listening, truth, life, purpose, communication. Here we go. This one has the affirmation at the end. Cross-watchers, get your Post-its ready. Card number 21, communication, throat chakra. So, wait, what do we got going on in the throat chakra? and bingo was his name. You've called upon this card today to let you know it's an important time for communication. All healthy connections and relationships are built on a solid base of good communication. Now let's stick a pin in that. And that's an evolution too, right? Language changes. Language of love and respect obviously is going through a lot right now. It is easy to hold back or alter your words in order to prevent hurting someone's feelings, fear of rejection, or the possibility of creating some more form of conflict. Well, that's a very Pisces thing. Well, I didn't want to say, and I get it. It's also rooted in ancient patterns of codependence since cavemen, I'm sure. So it's not the truth of who we are. It's what we incarnated into, and it's very hard to not take that personally. But nonetheless, healers can't lie. Liars can't heal, because you need truth to heal. You have to deal with what is, even if the truth is, I have no idea what's true or what's real. You've taken a step further. You give yourself that extra little bit of breathing room energetically. Just saying. However, it is important that you share your thoughts and feelings honestly with those around you to create and build long-lasting, healthy relationships. Now, look, if we are dealing at a prince here, the prince archetype, you can have for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So you may be dealing with the prince and learning the lessons of alchemy that come from dealing with the prince. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think. However, it is important to share your thoughts and feelings honestly with those around you to create and build long-lasting, healthy relationships. When you doubt, hinder, or manipulate the flow of communication, this interference blocks the throat chakra and can create a world of suppression and confusion. Holding on to unexpressed thoughts and feelings can lead to pain, confusion, and unhealthy patterns. I mean, it's psychology. Bingo. Take a moment to see if there is anyone in your life you are not communicating effectively with due to fear, rejection, or maybe even unwanted conflict. You are being encouraged at this time to speak up and share your feelings. Communication can also mean writing your feelings down on paper, which is also a good tool to use. Do what is required to action your communication. You may even like to try some healing and clearing processes on your throat chakra. A few great crystals to work with to clear this chakra are blue lace agate, blue kyanite, and chrysocolla. I use a lovely chunk of turquoise someone gave me as a gift a long time ago. I wear it in the Scorpio reads all the time. Take some time and space for yourself. Place the crystal on your throat chakra and breathe in the crystal's energy, helping it to open and clear. Make sure you are communicating from a place of love and compassion and that your delivery is clear and centered. Communication is also about listening. Make sure that as you communicate, you also listen with an open heart and without judgment, which is a journey, right? We're all learning how to do that. As you trust, you will feel a huge weight off your shoulders and a natural healing will occur. You will feel a deeper connection with yourself and those around you. The affirmation, here we go. I communicate in all ways with easy and grace. I think that should be ease, grammatically. I communicate in all ways with ease and grace. I'm going to just go out on a limb. Okay, editors. Jill would have caught that. Of course she would have. She's Scorpio. So that's beautiful in terms of communication. Remember, prayer, spell all this stuff definitely is a means of communication. And certainly I confess everything to the divine before I have a conversation with anybody else. Just to, hone it a little bit, but, you gotta feel it, you do you. So we're halfway through. So those three atoms, remember, from lead, gold, all that, with the prince archetype. You don't want to be a leaded prince, although I've dated I was one back in the 80s and the 90s for sure. But we're going to remove those three atoms with the help of Lord Ganesh. The Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angelo Hartfield. The Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. I've had a relationship with him for over 25 years since I started working with the Ashaya monks and their first sphere workshop. I ended up taking all 5 spheres. So do check them out. ISHAYA. Yeah. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ganesh, please override. As I call upon the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, please, beloved one card in clarity for us Pisces, collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs of cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message to help us alchemize the Prince archetype from shadow to light, legical, pink to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, this full to new. Priorities. How are we spending our time? What are we prioritizing? What are we focusing on? I get this one a lot. A lot on and off camera. Okie dokie. Card number 30. Yeah, card number 30. Priorities. Trust me, it is a juggling act. I'll be the first one to say this. And I know a lot of Pisces with kids. Can you imagine? Yeah. Hey, Shannon, you'll be fine. I love you. Priorities. Make the most of your time. Every day is a gift. You have the option to make the most of what life is offering you. If you long to create organization in your life, you will benefit from prioritizing. Your ideals determine what you will seek in life. Now, ideals for a Pisces, let's just put this on the table, is probably a little different than everybody else in the household. Unless you're a house full of fish, your priorities are most visible in how you use your time. Ganesha is holding the water lily. There we go, the water element there. And emphasizing the importance of your values. He encourages you to know what you truly want. Now, okay, now in terms of priorities, Two of Flames on the inner, while things are transforming on the outer in some way, shape, or form, and communicating, to make communication a priority, but preparation for that communication a priority as well. Like, that feels very key here, particularly communicating with a loving and open heart. If you're not ready for it, it's not time. Oh, let's just keep going. What makes you happiest? There are always blessings that may not be apparent in the midst of disappointment. Time is not something that can be saved for later. When it comes to the time allotted to you each day, you only have a limited opportunity. Make your choices about how you spend your time in accordance with your highest values. If you languish or procrastinate, the moment will be gone. Reevaluate how you have been spending your days and how you can strive to be more satisfied. I'll be honest with you, whenever I travel, it takes me at least 3 hours, like, just to plan it, because I have to reorganize just everything, and it is about what's my, like, I'm going to Saratoga in a couple of weeks for my mom's birthday. Can't wait. I'm so excited to see her. Going to the ballet. That's going to be really cool. But like, I don't want to have to record while I'm there. So, you know, it's like, so what's my priority? Doing the videos up there and spending less time with my mom? We only get to see maybe 3 times. You get what I'm saying, right? So I can feel this going on here. I'm familiar with the vibe. Where the hell did I leave off? Oh, in terms of priorities for each major decision, such as education, occupation, place of residence, marriage, or parenting, you may ask yourself, what will be the impact of my decision? In all choices, make sure that you are certain of what your priorities are. Relate your goals to ways to bring love and blessings to yourself and to the people you share your life with. And that's pretty much just what I said about going up there to see my mom. But that's just like one example. So yeah, I got 5 card draws to do. When is that one? Oh my god, I'm totally traveling up the next day. On the 18th or the 19th of July. Okay, so good. We'll be out of this one before then. So yeah, so this makes sense, right? You know, and particularly with the Prince, with that charm, right? It's like you can do this in a way that you can communicate in a very charming way. And just say, well, I had to pull back. I had to chew on some of my priorities, darling. You know, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to be done. And, you know, there's only so many fish in the sea. Maybe there's a better metaphor for that, but I don't know what it is right now. So let's turn to the animal kingdom pantheon using the Divine Animals Oracle. Everybody has spirit, animals, and totems. There's a difference. Not talking about it right now, but we can certainly ask them. Who's already around you to help? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Totemic override. As I call upon the beloved pantheons of the animal kingdom, the spirit animals and totems, for us Pisces collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers who are watching this video drawn to this reading, considering that Hades is on the table, right? The death card is there, but there is also a prince and communication and priorities, but a choice here is indicated in the throat chakra. So please, beloved ones, who walks with us, who swims with us, who flies with us, who crawls with us, offering the clarity, the guidance, the grace, the love, the wisdom, the power, and the oracle message to alchemize the prince this full to new. You know what it's gonna be. I'm coming, Elizabeth. We got the red fox. I'm coming, Elizabeth. You really, if you don't know what that is. That's from I grew up on Sanford and Son. Are you kidding me? I'll hear I had the rest of the day. This is the last read. You know I will. Strategy. Now, I mean, there's also like, you know, Inuyasha, right? Or the Red Devil is like probably oh God, the other one just went out. Naruto, right? So, you know, it's certainly the Red Fox here. We are not talking about the TV show from the 70s with Red Fox, which was amazing. His stand-up still, well, yeah, you won't find it. Yeah, he's something else. Card number 3, though, certainly this is more of an ancient totemic vibe that just cracks me up, because the foxes are, they're known as sly as a fox. You're sly with a strategy, so look, watch out, princes. Here we go. Strategery. Card number 3. Work through a strategy to get what you want. This is a time of transformation. Death card. So do not hide what you really are. And there, I think, is that communication card. We gotta be really honest and do it in a loving way as well as listen in a loving way. Be a part of nature, not apart from nature. Be patient. Your opportunity will come. Well, there seems like no rush. Be patient. Look at your priorities, right? That's going to help remove obstacles by reducing stress minimum, right? And priorities are supposed to change as we grow and go along the path, right? Shit happens. We don't know that's going to happen, but if there's a transformation going on full scale on some level here, lower 3 chakra dynamic, then of course having a strategy is there, and your priorities would help you find that strategy, but you also need to communicate. It makes sense. And remember, a prince doesn't have the full power of a king or a queen. They have a principality. They have their world within a larger schemata. It makes more sense in a family, but in a corporation it could too. All sorts of ways to interpret in general strategery. Okay, everyone also has access to the archangels, as your higher self is also called a guardian angel. Billions, trillions of them gang up together, what's called an archangel, a collective being, right? Then the archangels all gang up and they become the thrones, the powers, the dominions, the principalities, like bands, right? All the way back to the source wall. Really, it's the other way around. It starts off as one, and it's like mitosis, and we end up at the end of the stick. Oh, that's not pretty. But it's a good way to think of it, right? Reverse that. That's involution, evolution, right? So, but which one to call? Ghostbusters? I don't know that there's an archangel of Ghostbusters. I'm pretty sure Bill Murray's an archangel incarnate, but what do I know? So that's where we're going to use the Archangel Fire Oracle by Alexandra Wenman, Findhorn Press, to ask who and get a little and celestial help. For the alchemy, because the celestials belong to everybody. Nobody gets to tell the archangels who or what to do, except the higher realms. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Archangelic override. As I call upon the beloved pantheons of archangels for us, Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and crosswatchers, watching this video drawn to this reading, who is waiting in the wings with their wings, waiting to zoom in, and this archangel, they got billions of wings. That's a lot to manage. Who's waiting to fly in and help us? Pisces collective and our crosswatchers. Alchemize the Prince archetype from shadow light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, if we ask, because they don't come if we don't ask. This full to new. Ooh, Tahariel, Tahariel. I mean, obviously an indigenous peoples of America vibe there, but let's read it to be sure. They do not write the keywords on the cards, which I love, because the book is so info-dense, but very well written. Like, it doesn't make my brain cramp. I mean, okay. I mean, I have so many stories about my mom taking us to places of native lands and just all that. There was corn, beans, and squash. So let me see my mom. Okay, sorry, I think I zoomed right. Rainbow Child. Rainbow Child. Here we go. I'm going to tell my mom about this. Tahariel, Tahariel. And it's got the word name Ariel in it. It was my archangel, the archangel of Lyons. So here we go. The angel of purity and purification. Like her image in the card, Tahariel embodies all colors of the rainbow perfectly blended to create the white light of the divine. This pure light is your light, for we are all perfect sparks of the Creator. There is a Native American prophecy which says that when the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come unto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. Many high vibrational souls are incarnating at this time to assist with our ascension. The angels have shown me that, this is her words, not mine. The angels have shown me that certain old souls have chosen to go through the multiple evolutionary cycles in this one lifetime, shifting from indigo and crystal children into rainbow and diamond souls. It sounds like Amway, in order to become keepers of the new earth rainbow diamond light frequencies. That's a lot. I'm just a witch, alright? I'm just a witch. Yes, I'm only a witch. Tahariel's light is exquisite because it contains all the colors, but at the same time, it contains none of them. So it acts as a kind of void where everything is possible. I call that the mother of all. Let's go to the message. Honor your sensitivity. Oh, Pisces, they're giving us permission. Honor your sensitivity. Let go of self-limitation and acknowledge the purity of your heart. Every child is born of light. You are returning to your true state of innocence. And you know innocence is hard in this world. That's why people lie. Because they don't want people to jump on their innocence, or their innocence has been violated so many times. You know what I mean? It's a tricky thing, but the core of all of us are innocent. Yes, even them. I know. But what a powerful mission, kind of, sort of, right? To be authentic, to communicate clearly. There's a strategy through this. We can do this without being toxic in a world that is going through transformation now. This is a general read, but it's a personal read where you're a person watching this, trying to apply this to your own life. But we could see that because of this rainbow child as that larger transformation that the world is going through right now, and that doesn't happen that often, I think, in readings like this. So the prince, we got a role to play. It's a role of power. Right, potential, great potential for power, but with romantic charm. That is communicating with with an open and loving heart, unless you got a hidden agenda, which we probably do. Because you're Pisces, you just got to talk to that other fish and be like, okay, you're there, I know you're there, but you're not having this conversation, we'll talk later. To a therapist or a rock or something, you know, as we do. Crystal. Let's get a back on healing mantra. Cards showing the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly. Every time I do this, it feels like I'm standing in like this center, I don't know, the United Nations, just all of them, this gigantic amphitheater, and I'm in the down. Kind of fun though. They're a lot of fun. Please take a nice deep breath. Mostly. Still point. Ascended Masters override. Here we go. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, please, beloved ones. Ascended Masters of the General Assembly. This is a very general read, because this could be about just about anything. So please, beloved ones, one card in clarity for us, Pisces Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video drawn to this reading. The perfect healing mantra to help us alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy, the fear to love, the prince in the 8th, 2 of flames on the inner, death on the outer, communicating in the 3rd chakra, reassessing our priorities, how we spend our time to remove them obstacles with Lord Ganesh, sticking in somebody's craw. Woo, with a strategy, calling in that red fox magic there with the help of Archangel Tahariel of the Rainbow Children. There's a much bigger plan in play than what we realize is going on. So what is the perfect mantra to help us do this alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, this full to new? Embodying my soul, I have a right to be excited. Yes. I love this one. Because the soul is that innocent, immortal, eternal love child, rainbow child, the light, all children, all of us, even them, everybody at core. I know, and that should make you laugh because it's the paradox of this world. Everything's backwards down here, but that's what happens when you refract light. What can I tell you? So I'm going to read this from the Bookie Book. I got this one for Virgo like twice in a row. I love it. I love this one. I have a right to be excited. And that's hard ground to stand on, right? We're going through transformations, but maybe this is leading us to a whole new life here. When your soul is embodied, you are grateful to be alive. You are aware of life as a precious opportunity to experience the frequency of your own light through the unique attributes, characteristics, and senses of a person. The soul, when somebody crosses, or like a beloved one crosses, hail the traveler. Well, that's the soul. That's the traveler. That's the immortal part of us, and that's who Pisces kind of represents as the elder within the zodiac. Past life, schmass life, 1, 2, 3. As your soul becomes embodied, you are elated to be a part of life's cosmic play, no matter how bad things seem. Now, I will tell you, that takes practice, this mantra. I've had it a bunch of times, as I said. And there are moments where it's like, okay, this may not be what I want, but I can find my way into that place of, all right, then let's do this, right? It's very Amazon of me. By the way, look what I found. found in a drawer. Oh my God, 1986 calling. Yeah, so I added it to the Pisces schema jewelry. Oh, big time. This mantra is ideal for developing courage, finding your inner voice, and feeling safe in your body during a transformation with a strategy. Feels like we have a right to be excited. It's nice to see it show up in another sign. So we're going to put this together in a blessimation, combination of the word blessing and summation in case you're new. After that, you'll know the music starts at the end of the reading. Although I usually talk about the cards again. But I also release the energy of the collectives and all of that. And we'll talk a little bit about drawing the circle stuff if you like to hang out for it. It's usually kind of goofy, particularly last read of the series. I always do save the best for last, I guess. Please take a nice deep breath. I love being a Pisces moon. Still point. And we end as we begin. It's pantheonic override. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for us, beloved Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May we be blessed with everything we need to alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy, the fear to love of the Prince archetype. There he is. There he is with our romantic charm and potential for power lighting the way as we embody our soul, because we have a right to be excited, and we will come up with a strategy one way, shape, or form, but may it be done with clarity, with surety, with clear communications as we chew on what it is we want to do, perhaps moment by moment. Journeys do that, and a prince's journey can be interesting, but as we connect with Archangel Tahariel to remember the innocence and the truth of who we are as the rainbow children, the rainbow warriors, these souls that came in with a purpose larger perhaps than just getting our stuff touched and making money, because we've got to look at our priorities from a soul's perspective for sure. I mean, we're Pisces, we're going to do it eventually anyway, because there is a transformation going on in our lives and in our worlds, and it's all interconnected. So as one of us heals, all of us heals. As one of us manifests their potential for power in the world, all of us do. And so we do have a right to be excited, and there is a much larger plan in play, but one that allows our innocence to take the lead, and of course with wise strategy, Elizabeth, that we clear and look at our priorities, communicate clearly, chew on this through a time of transformation as the prince that we are, because we are Prince and we are funky, and when it comes to funk, maybe we're a junkie because Pisces are known for addictions and such things. And may we keep our sense of humor, and may we balance the dolphin and shark within our souls and become the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest beings that we can be in the golden timeline of this lifetime for ourselves, everyone we love, for all of Earth, and for all the rainbow children, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. Oh my goodness gracious, I don't think I could have made that more heartfelt without actually spurting tears of joy from my eyes, but I got makeup on, so no. Well, last reading I could have, I guess. Did you like the reading? Obviously I did. Hit the thumbs up, help the other fishy family find it. You want more of me here on YouTube? I'm not stopping. It's a means to an end, and that end is Patreon, patreon.com/destroy the circle. Here's that for open and honest communication. While I do love it, there's no algorithms. It's just so much easier and so much creative freedom. Seeker, human, hero, angel, witch, immortal, mystic, god, goddess are our current levels of subscription. Seeker and human, $3, $5, 7-day free trial. Check us out for 6 and bail on the 7th. But you would get the daily check-ins. You would get access to the extended readings, but you're not getting the extensive discount because my ancestors would come down on me for that. I have a feeling. Let's not do that. But be a subscriber. You get the exact same discount as the gods, goddesses at the top tier. So you do you. And if you want to book me for one of them, they're private sessions. It's easy enough to do. You can go to my website, drawingthecircle.com. There's a store. You click in the store, you'll see lots of different stuff, but you will also see readings and spiritual counseling. It's all there in writing, but of course I did a video, and the video is called, believe it or not, Booking Private Sessions with Mal. What a coincidence. How'd that work out? Yeah, explains everything in person, if I'm traveling, Zoom recorded, Facebook Messenger. I have never turned anybody away because of finances ever. I say it repeatedly in the video because it's true. It's true. I will never turn someone away because they ain't got the money. Where there's a wish, there's a way. We can work it out, and we will work it out equitably. Believe me. So if you need someone to talk to, if you need someone, just reach out. And like I said, patrons get significant discounts on that kind of stuff because I'm here to help, and I love them so much. And I love you so much, my fishy families. Hey, look, we're the empaths of the zodiac. Yeah, I know, Scorpio and Cancer, they have it too. But we're connected to the 12th house of the collective unconscious. That's why we're mystics, and sometimes addicts, and sometimes both. Hey, every day is a winding road. We swim a little bit closer. So hang in there. I believe in us. Well, we might be the hope of this world. Uh-oh. So hang in there. I love you. Laugh, heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.